Okay, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for sprints. I might be joined by some people here at some point, but not exactly sure when. But for now, I'll just be here. Hello, Bethany. Good evening. Good evening to you. It's good afternoon for me, but it's great. I am finishing my last book of August. The final support group. I'm 70% into it. Nice. Hopefully you'll be able to get some decent progress on it. I know that I will be reading a comic. I just need to find what the exact title is. Hello, Katie. I will be reading the brain just forgot how to speak there for a second. Shades of Magic, The Steel Prince, Volume 3, The Rebel Army by V.E. Schwab. So it's like the Shades of Magic like comics. I read the second one. Literally, I finished it probably about 30 minutes before the sprint starts. So I'll be reading the final volume of that because I'm wanting to finish a bunch of the series that I have started and figured why not do a graphic novel? Well, it's comics. Ooh, I finished It Ends With Us today, but don't know what to read now. Ooh, do you have any options that we can figure out? Or do you literally just have absolutely no idea? I know after I finished It Ends With Us, I was just like, I don't think I could read anything else for a good few days, and I don't think I did. And hello, Katie. We have two Katies in the chat. And hello. I'll probably jump into the first sprint here in just a few minutes. So, yeah. What is everybody going to be reading? I have absolutely no idea. That's understandable. That's understandable. Hello, Allie. I know that I'm doing pretty good. But how is everybody else in the comments doing? I'm reading some graphic novels too. I'm finding it helps this slump. Haha. Yeah, I know that I'm just in a graphic novel mood. Actually, once I finish the comic that I have on my phone, I actually have another graphic novel that I'm going to be reading. I'm just in a graphic novel mood for some reason. So, yeah. Comments are jumping. Hello, Lucinda. Comments, can you please work? Allie, I'm reading Suspicious Minds. It's the first Stranger Things novel. Ooh, nice. I'm a little broken. Yeah, I was fairly broken after reading it too. I'm halfway through Accord and Mist and Fury. Ooh, how are you enjoying it? I absolutely love that book. So definitely let me know how you're enjoying it. I just edited a vlog for August. Go me. Woohoo, Katie. That's great. I need to, at some point today, edit my vlog that goes up tomorrow, but that'll be later me. Oh. And we have a Morgan.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm using my headphones.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I know sometimes you're like, wait, can you hear me? You good? I'm watching Knots and Crosses. And yes, Katie, in reference for actually starting editing vlogs for August. No, Katie, editing a vlog for the same month that it's from. That hasn't happened in quite a while.
Ooh, true.
So, Morgan, what will you be reading or doing?
I'm gonna be doing a mix of productivity and reading. My book sleeve from
Ooh, yeah, I saw that
came in
on
yesterday.
your Instagram.
I love it. But I will be reading. I'll be starting Dark Lover today. I don't know.
Ooh, I finished that last night.
Tell me
I don't think you want to hear my thoughts.
I want to hear your thoughts, even if you didn't like it.
I gave it 3 stars.
Okay, that's what I gave it the first time I read it.
The only characters that I gave 2 shits about was Beth and Wrath. Everyone else didn't give a shit about.
They tend to grow on you the more you go into the series because
I
focused on a different person.
I did say, like, for my vlog, I'm like, I'll give it another like 2 or 3 books in the series because it's such a big series.
Wait, how do you not care about Fritz, the butler?
Oh, okay.
And Boo the cat?
Okay, yes, but I'm like, yeah, I care about them, but yeah. I'm going to try and finish Black Dagger Brotherhood 2 before I pass out.
That's fair.
That's
I don't know what book we're supposed to be on for the read along. Whoops.
The second one, I think.
Second one is August?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I slept like shit last night. That sucks, and I hope you sleep better tonight. Bethany's also going to start dinner. Ooh, what are you going to be making?
What are you doing, Annie?
I was like, what?
We're dog sitting for the day. I did something kind of weird yesterday. I wrote my first fan letter to an author.
Ooh.
2 pages.
Only 2 pages.
Well, more like 1, 2, 3. If we're counting the front and the back as separate pages, it's 1, 2, 3 and 3 2/3.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm going to try and read Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. Ooh, I like that book, so I really hope you enjoy it.
I haven't read that, but I'm upset, and I need to share why. Okay, so one of my favorite graphic novel series is called Dork Diaries by Rachel Renee Russell. I don't know why. I'm just addicted to the series, and book 15 was supposed to come out last year, but it's still not out.
Ooh, that.
And the cover isn't even on Amazon to pre-order yet. And I'm just sitting here like, give me the book.
Yikes.
I don't care that I'm reading about these middle schoolers. I need to know what happens next.
Fair.
Because I've been reading the series for over a decade.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't care that I'm going into my junior year of college. I demand my book.
Oi, shush, lol. Considering I was like 3 months or so behind, this is good for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're actually editing a vlog that is for the month you're editing it in. I remember when it would be like, oh, you were editing your April vlog in like June.
I binged all like 14 books in 2 days, and I have not logged most of them for Witchathon. So whoever's in first place, I'm coming for you.
Okay. I'm loving Akamath. So excited to read the rest of her books.
Yes.
Yes.
Akamath is my second favorite in the series.
It's currently still my first, like my favorite, but that's probably because I haven't reread like Silver Flames. So like after I reread that, then it might. But
it makes me cry every time I read it, even though I know what's gonna happen. I just get very emotional. I love Nesta so much.
Yes, Defo 3 stars for First book, yeah.
Yeah, the books get a little bit better, but I will have to say, in book 2, there are chains.
Okay.
During the sexy time.
Okay. Boo has only made one brief appearance in the second one.
He doesn't pop up as much so far as what I've read. I just know that he's not dead, and apparently he ends up playing a bigger role in the story later on in the series.
Ooh, chicken Alfredo.
Ooh, yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Also, I want an entire novella just dedicated to Fritz. And because his love language is acts of service. Like, he may be a servant, but he still loves the people he works with. So
yeah.
I love that man.
Yeah. Don't forget to post your thoughts in the group chat. I will write my thoughts up sometime today and send it if I remember. And yes, Katie, I am aware. But are you not going to take this as a win of like being close to caught up?
September is next week.
September is Thursday. September's Thursday.
I believe you. I'm just trying to figure out.
I know. Oh, I just had that realization.
Okay, so
Hi guys. Hi
like
Nikki.
a week and a half until my brother's wedding, so that's fun.
Come for me, biatch.
And that means I won't be able to do the Percy Jackson live show that weekend.
Well, yeah.
And my Friday reading sprints will not be happening.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Mostly just because I'll be up in the mountains from Thursday afternoon to like Sunday evening, or maybe even Monday morning.
Yeah. I'm too broken to read it, to be honest. It Ends With Us has broken me too much.
Oh yeah, I was on a call with Hope when I finished It Ends With Us, and I was very much not okay.
Oh yeah, there was honestly a little bit of yelling at me, being like, "You forced me to read this," and I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
No. Akamath is my favorite so far. Understandable.
My father has gifted me another bookshelf.
Ooh.
Which is definitely going to be needed because I've already filled up this. The Dork Diaries books that I read recently are missing from right there. And then I still have some books that I need to put on the shelf in my room. And I still need to put my DVDs back on a bookshelf. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put my DVDs on the smaller bookshelf, though. And any books I get for hauls, and then just shuffle things around as I need to.
Yeah.
Because everything is organized by author's last name.
Yeah, well, you haven't got much else to edit, though, right? August vlogs 2, 3, and 4, a Lumicrate August unboxing, and a Lumicrate August Afterlight boxing. That's all so far.
Other thing I need to do.
That's still not a lot. You'll be able to slowly get it all done. I need to reread Akamath. Do it. I think I shall attempt to join the ACOTAR read-along.
When are we doing that again?
I'm doing it where I'm starting it next month and reading a book a month. Or attempting to read a book a month. That might change after I start reading it.
Okay, I will be joining you for that. Yes, I'm still in the middle of the Throne of Glass series, but I will take any opportunity I can to reread the ACOTAR series.
Oh, I'm technically in the middle of I'm in the middle of Throne of Glass, but my thing is I don't own one of the books in the Throne of Glass series. I own all of the ACOTAR books.
I only own 3 of the Throne of Glass books. But I will hopefully not be broke coming up soon. So, oh shit, I have that interview on Tuesday. I have so much going on, I think I might explode.
That is a move. I regret not reorganizing my bookshelves while I was off, but reading.
I mean,
Fair.
I started this randomly at like 10:30 p.m. Like 2 days, like what, a week ago, and it's still not done. Okay.
I've been trying to reorganize my bookshelf all day. However, my
dog husband.
keeps moving my book.
I'm gonna assume it's a cat.
It's like my blank keeps moving my books. What job is it, Morgan?
I will be working at the library.
Yeah. I know I have yet to hear back from the library job I applied to, so.
Well, depending on when you sent in
Who
your
knows?
application, there's no harm in checking in and being like, hey, I sent in an application. Are you guys still looking for?
Yeah, I might do that maybe like
Also,
later this week.
I wanted to show you something. I showed Mac last night, but so far I have all of these pages dedicated to plots, either for fan fictions, novels, or I have some weird like sentence and scene fragments in here. So those are in too.
You're actually smart and write them down.
Yeah. Well, I want to have them all in one place because I'm taking a creative writing class this semester. And so what I want to do is pick a project that I'm going to work on through my creative writing class, because I think there's also a creative writing club at my school and I want in on that. So because I didn't realize I wanted to be a writer. Well, actually, okay, I've been denying the fact that I wanted to be a writer for a long time because I didn't think I was capable enough to do it. But then I've just come to the realization that it doesn't matter if it takes me 10 years to write a book or 10 months. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So.
That's what happened with me is I was like, oh, writing sounds fun, but I would suck at it. And then it's like, you actually have to write out a first draft, even if you think it's the worst thing ever written.
Oh yeah, and I am kind of practicing with fan fiction a little bit, getting feedback on those, and plus I like writing fan fiction. It's fun.
That's where my writing started. I've since deleted all of those fan fictions.
Oh, I haven't. I still have. And by the way, these are just for my journals that I've already gone through. I haven't gone through all of my journals yet, so there's still like 20 something other journals that I have to go through today. Wow. Figure out what I'm reading, or what I'm writing, I should say.
And it's Bethany's daughter that keeps on moving the books.
Yep.
So it's
children.
Children are as helpful as cats in that regard.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Cats are more likely to listen when you yell at them.
Yeah. Which fandoms do you write for? I used to write pro wrestling and Naruto fan fictions.
All right. That, I appreciate that. I write for a bunch of fandoms. Some example. Actually, I can pull up my list on my Tumblr. I'm not ashamed that I have a Tumblr. Are you kidding me? Yeah. You should be ashamed that you don't have a Tumblr.
Thinking of an original plot these days is a struggle for sure. Yeah, and like, I think that's what sometimes discourages people from writing is thinking, oh, my book, like my idea has already been written somewhere and I don't know it, or you've read a book and it has a similar plot line to what you want.
Yeah.
But like, you're always gonna find different, like you're always gonna find similarities in every single book.
Yeah, I have a list of everything that I write. I don't remember if it's on my Tumblr or in my phone. Let me figure it out. Because I have lists for everything. It's a little excessive.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Um,
Oh, your daughter's name is Aylin. Oh, I love that name.
yeah,
Aylin is going through her terrible threes.
that's
Oh.
cute. That's cute.
Oh. The terrible threes are definitely something I've experienced. A couple of cousins going through that, and I have a cousin that's probably going to go through his terrible threes soon, because he started the terrible twos at 1.5, so the terrible threes are probably going to happen soon because he turns. Oh my god, he turned. I just realized my cousin turns 3 in less than 2 weeks, and I refuse to believe that that kid is almost 3.
I don't see the list of the fandoms that I write for.
I don't know.
I shall just have to pull them out of my butt.
Yeah.
I've already written for Criminal Minds. A couple of Criminal Minds fan fictions. I think I have a Harry Potter one. I have plans for a Supernatural and a Twilight one. I also do ships occasionally. I don't like to write about real people. I don't like writing fan fiction about real people because I'm terrified that if they see that, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this chick on?
Yeah.
Marvel, I'll write for. Outsiders. Marvel, I think I already said that.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, both Marauders and Lightning Era. Percy Jackson. I'm laughing because as I'm scrolling through my Tumblr to figure out what I'm writing on, I keep finding posts about me being a Hufflepuff, and turns out I'm no longer a Hufflepuff. I am a Slytherin. I did not know that until last night. And my Patronus, I found out was a dolphin, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. To peep. Yeah, I'm not super picky about fandoms that I write for.
Just kind of anything you
anything that I enjoy.
That's fair.
And I have plans for a Percy Jackson fan fiction that will likely hurt people.
Oh dear Lord.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. But
I enjoy hurting people with my writing and my words. Because my Criminal Minds ones are fairly angsty little drabbles. But you haven't watched Criminal Minds, so I don't know if you would really care.
Yeah, it's why every time I write a review, I always mention if I think it's quite original. I hate the writing to trope thing that goes on now. Yeah, there's a lot of things where it's like you shouldn't write a novel based around tropes, but you can have certain tropes in mind that you might want to include.
I was about to say, we can't judge other people for using tropes.
No, but it's more of like if the author goes in with like, hey, I want my book to include like these 6 tropes, and then they create the plot instead of creating the plot and then being like, oh, this type of thing would work for this trope, so let's imply that.
Yeah. Does that say Bean? Or I'm going to just assume that says Dean. Because I don't know why I would write Bean.
Have you found out
I
who
have not. I haven't started Crown of Midnight yet. I want to.
That's the end of Crown of Midnight, I think.
And I plan on starting it, but things have just been very hectic in my life lately, so I really haven't had the motivation to pick up a high fantasy novel. I have been reading mostly graphic novels, and now I'm moving on to vampire smut because I'm honestly just gonna skip all of the chapters that are from that one dude's perspective that nobody really gives a shit about.
Yeah. And Lucinda, I don't think you're confusing yourself if it's what I'm thinking of.
I don't know. I don't.
Keyword if I think. I've been thinking about writing fan fiction again, maybe Stranger Things or Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
I'm hesitant to write fan fiction about minors. I definitely won't write any smut that involves minors. It doesn't matter if people are like, can you age up the characters? It's like, no. If they are canonically not adults, then I will not be writing smut about them at all.
Yeah.
Because that's fucked up.
And Allie is a Ravenclaw. Ooh.
But like, if y'all have daddy issues, give me the weird, or not the weird, but the grown men you want me to write fan fiction about, because I can do that.
It was on the news again a few days ago that some dolphins saved a man from a shark again. They're wonderful creatures.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, what Hope said is my opinion too. Like, yeah, with my writing, it's like, oh, I have this idea. Oh, it also happens to fit that trope, and I can fit that trope into the story the way I want it instead of like, here's a list of tropes, make it work. I don't write smut mostly. That's fair. Morgan's like, can't relate.
None of my smut has made it onto the internet because most of it I wrote when I was probably like 14 or 15, and that will not be seeing the light of day. Actually, I don't even think I have any of it anymore. I think it's been deleted. I was going to look at something and I totally forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my lists. I'm just double checking because I feel like I have written this down somewhere.
We'll probably hear at the hour. We'll
actually, wait, I think I might have put it on Google Drive.
Start the sprint.
Okay.
Just making sure that the cat is set to the right times that I want. What is happening with my young adult multiple series I've started rereading is the underage sexy time stuff, which now disturbs me a bit. In YA, it should be fade to black.
But don't gloss over the fact that teenagers have sex, because teenagers have sex.
Like, if you're going to do it fade to black.
Okay. I found my list of the fandoms that I write for.
Okay, we'll quickly do that, and then we'll start the sprint.
Oops. Adding a couple to the list. Okay, so we have Criminal Minds, Chronicles of Narnia, Percy Jackson, Marvel, Harry Potter, Twilight, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra, A Court of Thorns and Roses, Black Dagger Brotherhood, NCIS, and Grimm. Those are all the ones that I write for at this current moment in time.
Nice. But I will pull up the kitty. I don't want it that way. I want it that way. And I will see everybody in half an hour.
Sounds good. Hello.
And that is our first sprint done. And we had Tori join us.
Hello.
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 So, how did everyone do?
I did some writing in my journal. And now I'm just finishing updating all of my trackers for my Witchathon books. Because I still have to input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books.
I almost finished chapter 3.
Ooh, what are you reading?
It's called All In. Yeah, it's called All Stirred Up.
Ooh.
It's a book that wasn't on my TBR, but none of my books I was finding interesting. I'm doing a 24-hour and 72-hour. So, and none of my books were working.
I mean, sometimes you gotta go off TBR. I'm on my second book of the day off my TBR, so.
Oh, this is my 4th book today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Lucinda says, "Hey, Tori."
Hello.
I read 65 pages of my comic, and I responded to some comments on YouTube of like from my TBR that went up yesterday. So I'll definitely be able to finish this comic in the next sprint because it's only 113 pages and I'm already over halfway through it. So, I finally finished my book organization. I'm feeling very overwhelmed because I had to deal with meltdowns all day.
That sucks.
That is definitely a reason to be overwhelmed. And I hope the rest of your day calms down.
That's how I felt yesterday.
I'm guessing you did your sprints last night when I'd gone to bed. Guessing that's referring to Tori?
Yeah, because I didn't do sprints last night.
Yeah, I did my sprint last night.
Okay. And again, extra squeaky chair.
I apologize that the chair is so squeaky.
Not me gonna star that at any time it makes a really, really squeaky noise. Just go, extra quick chair.
It wants to be heard.
Yeah, we need to find the WD-40, but my dad doesn't know where it is.
Yeah. It's just gonna be the comic relief of just like squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
It's not my fault.
Oh no, I know. This chair can be squeaky sometimes, so
Yeah.
yeah. Nothing you really can do.
I start classes tomorrow.
Awesome.
That's going to be fun.
Long.
I only have one class tomorrow, so that's fine. And it's at noon. So. Well, actually, no, it's at 12:30. I thought it was at noon, but it's actually 12:30. Right? Yeah.
You're now like, what time is it?
It's 12:30 to 1:45. I'm like 95% sure. Yeah, 12:30 to 1:45.
Yeah. I know that I don't start school until Thursday, but thankfully it's all online and I get to pick when I do everything. So
Yeah, and I have
not everything, but like 99% of things I can pick what I do when, but
yeah, and I only have 2 in-person classes. My creative writing class is online.
That's good.
So I need to do that too.
And then I need to email my academic advisor tomorrow so that I can be like, hey, I forgot to ask to be put into one of my classes that I need to take. Can I be put in it?
Yeah.
Oh my.
If it makes you feel any better, I haven't set up an appointment with my accommodations people yet to get accommodations from school. But luckily, two of the professors I have are two professors that I've had classes with before. And my accommodations are staying the same for right now. So thankfully, that won't have to change. But I think I have to update my therapist in their system because I think that they have my old therapist, and I don't see that therapist anymore.
I was thinking there has barely been a Rosie anywhere in sprints recently. I'm assuming that she's just probably been busy or not in a sprinting mood.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, now I'm thinking, I'm like,
I don't know.
Is everything okay?
Why are you giving me the audiobook? I need the hardcover edition. This is the edition that I have, right?
It's like, what are you looking up?
Yeah, I have that edition. Okay. I just I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's a mood. I haven't been sleeping that well recently.
I've been sleeping okay. I just keep having weird dreams.
To be fair, mine is with being woken up by the dog early in the morning and then struggling to go back to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, my little one has to go out at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I have to get up at 6. So I'm like trying to get back asleep for that like one last hour. I'm like, can't you wait like an hour?
Yeah.
Read that.
She's like, no.
Yeah, like my dad's in charge of taking the dog out unless he's like at work or like isn't able to, which then I do it. But the dog decides, hey, I need to go. I'm gonna bark so the entire house can hear you.
Yeah. Mine is my brother gets up to go to work. So he's up moving. And it's like right after he leaves that Peanut's like, hey, I gotta go out.
I mean, literally, you just missed before that sprint ended. Like probably like with like 3 minutes left. My dad had to go somewhere, and it was just like about barking for about a minute straight, as if the dog's like, excuse me, you forgot me.
How dare your father have the audacity?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, speaking of dogs, I talked to my dad and he said that we can start going in person to look for pups because
that's good.
Awesome.
I can't do any more of the online stuff. Gives me a headache.
Yeah. Especially because you keep on seeing dogs online that might be perfect, and then
they're gone.
Yeah. I told you about Hennessy, right?
Yes. Saying yes hesitantly because I feel like you did, but
reactive, chewing things.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to take my dog to the vet on Wednesday.
That's going to be interesting.
Yep. So at this point, I'm like, I can't spend any more money because I don't know how much it's going to cost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Morgan, an update on Frizzle's previous owner.
The bitch?
My mom messaged her and was like, hey, just so you know, we're the ones that have him. does he have a microchip? Because if so, we need to get that information changed.
Yeah.
So that if we take him to the vet and they scan his microchip, the vet won't think we stole him when he was abandoned.
Yeah.
And we're like, we'll take him.
Yeah. Did she respond?
Nothing yet. I hope you'll get the perfect pupper. It will happen eventually.
It will happen eventually.
And you did mention it on Friday.
Okay.
Days are but a blur at this point, so sometimes I'm like, did you?
Or you tell some people, but not other people, and you think you told those people.
Yeah. Knox hides under the bed every time I get his carrier out. Yeah. Oh. Anytime we have to take Tippy to the vet or like anywhere, it's a about a 3-person job to get him in the carrier.
Oh boy.
Zeke, our big dog, he gets car sick every time, so we have to give him nausea medicine before we take him. And then my little dog Peanut, she loves car rides. I'm like, you want to go bye-bye? And she's like, yeah. She jumped out of the car once
while it was moving.
No, we had just stopped at I know. We had just stopped at a stop sign, and she would sit in the front seat, like on my lap. And I always kept my hand around her collar. And my mom's like, oh, she's not going to jump out, Tori. And I'm like, you don't know that. And then, of course, the one time where I'm not holding her collar, she sees a squirrel or something and jumps out the window.
Wow.
And I'm like, Peanut. And then I look at Mom and I'm like, she's not going to jump out the window, huh?
Yeah. I know yesterday my mom took Frizzle down to the pet store because our pet store has a thing of if you get a new pet, there's like a booklet of like coupons you can get to like save some money on some things. Like my mom saved a little money on getting like an ID tag and like a collar. And apparently like I didn't go because I wasn't feeling that well yesterday. Apparently he decided I'm gonna go into the pet store and poop on the floor.
I can guarantee you that
nervous
reaction. He was not the only dog that pooped.
Oh yeah, I know, but she was saying how like I think he also peed like 3 different times in the pet store.
Yeah,
definitely a nervous.
And the thing is, he
reaction
before they left, and like the car ride is only like a 2-minute car ride, so it's like it's unlike he had to hold it for a while. Mm-hmm. But he peed like 3 times and then pooped, and the worst thing is it was busy. So my mom was just sitting there like, okay, that happened. Which is interesting.
It's 120 pages. I don't know if Sam is going to hop on the sprints, but if she does, I'm going to be asking her for the results for today because she has not given today's results.
I do have to put one book in for my Witchathon. I just read a witchy book today.
Which team are you
on? Kitchen.
Radar.
Frizzle has been to a pet store before because my cousin, who was the one that was watching him, did take him to the pet store to like get his nails trimmed one time because the pet store has like you can take them to get baths and their nail cuts, and it's only like $15 or something for both. I think something like that. Like it's not that expensive. So he's been to a pet store before. It just could have been a little overwhelming because there was a bunch of people there, or it was the first time my mom had taken him.
He could have just been really, really happy.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder he freaked. He freaked out then, yeah. But I heard the cat meow.
I didn't.
I did.
All right.
Nail clipping, it's very easy to overdo it with doggo. Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's a spot where like if you go too deep, you're literally cutting into like blood vessels. So there's only like an inch that you can really cut.
Hmm.
And it's best to sand it, not really cut.
I don't know
Cat said
why
the same
you
thing.
guys can't hear the cat, because I have it so it's also sharing the audio.
Mm.
I heard it when we ended the sprint, but I didn't hear it when it just got done.
Yeah.
Talking.
Okay, but I will see everybody in, well, now about 29 minutes.
Sounds good.
And that is a second sprint done. How did everyone do?
I have like 5 minutes left on chapter 5.
Nice. I ate food and finished my comic.
What was the comic?
It was Jesus Christ. It has a long title, so I need to look at the title. It is the Shades of Magic, The Steel Prince, Volume 3, The Rebel Army by V.E. Schwab. It was fairly quick. I read 2 of the volumes this afternoon, so.
Comics, mangas, you can read them really quick.
Yeah, I literally think earlier I read, because it's a comic, so it's broken up into issues. I think I read, a single issue in, 4 minutes because each issue was, 20 pages, 24 pages, give or take.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And now I'm going to start another book. Let's see how many books I can read today, apparently. Because in the next sprint, I'm probably going to start Thief Among the Trees by Sabaa Tahir, which is a graphic novel for the An Ember in the Ashes series. It's a prequel graphic novel that I immediately requested from my library as soon as I finished the main series, because I was like, ooh, more of these characters? I won't say no. Especially because it'll be it's prequel, so it's going to be things that are mentioned
Mm-hmm.
in the series, things that characters went through. You get to see that. So.
A little more background on the characters.
Yeah. Which is nice. And then I'll read the second one, because there's 2 of these prequel graphic novels whenever I can get it from my library. It seems like nowhere has the ebook version of it.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to own them, so I'm I'm not going to buy them. And
it's probably fairly expensive too. So why spend a lot of money if you're only going to read it once?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll just wait for my library. I requested both of them on the same day, but they're coming from 2 different libraries in my library system, so.
Yeah. I hate when I order the next 2 books in a series, and then the one that I need to read first doesn't come in till second, and I'm like, why can't you come in at the same time?
That does suck. What is this? What's all this?
And with Audible, I really do a lot of research on books, because if I end up reading it and it's not one that I'll reread, they're very strict on how much you can return stuff. If you return a certain number of books within a certain number of time, they literally put a block, and then you have to send an email why you're returning this book, why so I do a lot of research on books before I buy them to make sure I even like it.
Yeah.
There was this one my dad sent me that it was a Yankee in King Arthur's court, and he thought I was going to like it because it was set in medieval times. No, it was too much politics and stuff. It was a future guy from our time going back to King Arthur's time. And because he gave it to me, it was a gift, and I could not just return it. So I literally had to call them and go I don't like this book. It was a gift. Can you please get it off my shelves?
Yeah, you're just no, thank you. I don't want it.
And I literally made a rule with my dad. I'm like, if I don't send you books, or your girlfriend doesn't approve it, because me and her have the same taste in books, don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I have to do with birthday, Christmas, whatever. I'm these are the books. If you buy me books, buy me one of these and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you recognize the author and I've talked about the author before, doesn't necessarily mean I want that book.
Yeah, like
or I could already own it for all you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like my likes and his likes are totally different. He likes more of science and stuff like that and time travel and like yeah, I can do a little time travel, but yeah, Dad, me and you don't like the same books.
Yeah, you're just like, I like it in moderation and in the types of stories that you like.
Yeah, like I like a lot more fantasy. He likes not like more science stuff. And there was this one time where he got into it's an obsession with anything like poker or gambling related, and I'm like, yeah, Dad, no.
Yeah. Yeah, like I know that my mom likes the romances from like the 80s, 90s. And I'm just like I think she got a bunch of them and she was like, "Do you want to go through them to see if you'll like any?" I was like, if I am interested in any one of these, it would be a miracle.
Yeah, like I literally tried reading a Victorian era romance, and I probably didn't get through the first 3 or 4 chapters, and I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah. That's understandable. The only time I'll really read anything like slightly historical, like how you mentioned like the Victorian era, is like if it's fantasy in that setting.
Yep, I'm
Then I'll for
definitely,
it.
yeah.
What did I miss?
I finished my comic, and then we were talking about like books being on hold from libraries, coming in funny orders when you want multiple in a series and like things like that. Because my next like graphic novels from the library and my hold for the second book still hasn't come in, even though I requested it like over a month ago.
Sorry, I just got a message on Facebook about something that I'm selling.
Ah. How did you do that sprint, Morgan?
I finished logging the books. I sent out the letter. Apparently, I did not use enough stamps. Why is it so? And it's not even like going like far. It's a domestic letter, but apparently 3 cents is not enough to ship a piece of paper. I don't know. So I have to wait until that comes back, and then I have to redo it because I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
And then the next is I'm going to be continuing my project that I started last night.
I swear, why am I so tired? It's not even 5:30.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It is hot.
Yeah, our dogs didn't even want to go outside. It's super hot here.
And then there's me just like, it is cold. It is.
Yeah, like my phone says we are, and our temperature is 86. Our high is 92, and our low is 64.
I would kill for 64-degree weather right now.
Yeah, it's currently according to what my weather app is saying for my
Area.
temperature is like 16 degrees Celsius, which is about 61 Fahrenheit.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah. To be fair, that is because the wind is 34 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in any other conversion.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry. It feels like 14 outside. which is 57.
Mm.
Because when you add the wind and the rain and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But next week, I'm not excited for Wednesday and Thursday.
Why's that?
It's hot those days.
It's not like you leave the house.
Oh, I have to leave the house on one of the days.
That sucks.
When it's going to be...
Sadie, did you just fart? I heard that with my headphones on. Good Lord, dog.
On Thursday, it's supposed to be 34 degrees Celsius, which is 93 Fahrenheit.
Some doggy ears right there.
Yeah. Just hiding in the corner.
Yep.
So I'm not excited for Thursday because I have to go out of the house that day.
Lots of water.
Let's step
Yep.
in, dog.
To be fair, it's literally just to an appointment and back, so at least where I'm going will be air conditioners, like have air conditioners because it's a medical facility.
Yeah.
Yep. They keep those places cold.
Yeah. I clean out a school, so there's like, hundreds of kids, and I'm in and out of the restrooms, checking restrooms, and there's this one girl's restroom that, like, at the end of the day, I'm literally like
Just gets so hot. I know that in elementary school, I had a classroom, like my classroom was like in the basement, so it was always cold. Which, like, now I'm like, I wish every single room I ever go into was that cold. But as like a 10-year-old, you're just like, I'm freezing. Can I go get my sweater?
That's how I am. My freshman year of high school was in one of the older high schools, and we literally had a fan over here in this corner, a fan over here in this corner, a fan in the back, like, and it was still like our teachers would buy us, like, welcome to school presents, and we all had a water bottle that had our names on it because it was so hot. We literally had to have a water bottle at our desk.
Wow.
My middle, like, not my senior year, but the one before that, we got into our new high school, which was all new and nice and had air conditioning.
Air conditioning. I wish I had air conditioning.
Why are you snorting the carpet, dog? There's nothing there for you. Why? Don't give me that look.
Because they probably smell something that we don't. They
Probably.
That's what the dog seems to do, like, all across the living room. It's just sniffing. It's like...
Well, you have cats, so he's probably sniffing the cats.
Yeah.
My little one, Peanut, we're not sure what breed she is, but we think she's at least one of those breeds that would, like, hunt mice and stuff, because she would literally hunt mice. And there was a couple weeks ago, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, she was trying to get something underneath the chair, so my mom moved the chair. She ended up picking up a dead mouse and would not let it go from her mouth, and I'm literally trying to give her treats and everything to drop it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Right there.
She caught a baby bunny at one point.
Oh.
No.
And a bird.
I used to have a cat that would bring us presents. Presents we did not want. We did not want a dead baby squirrel in our living room.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Or the one time when he brought a bird into the house, dragged it to the back porch, I got hit the cat away from the bird, and the bird just walked out the fucking back door. Like, straight up. Just as soon as I opened the door, I was like, go. And it was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
I will still always remember that.
Yep. I remember one of the first times our cat Tigger brought me a mouse. I was sitting in my bedroom at my mammal's house. Like, door is over here, my bed is here.
I'd be
I
ready.
look, the cat like comes slowly into the door, and I'm like, "Hi, Tigger," and I look at her, and I see it, and I'm like over here, like, "Shoo, go away!" Like she was like the devil. I'm like, "Go away, go." Shoo. Not talking
Yeah.
to you, Peanut. No, no.
And the cat went off.
I didn't hear the cat that time.
I don't know why. Like I have it so that like it's not muted. I have it so that the audio is shared, but I don't know why.
So like I'm hearing it definitely when our timer goes off to get done reading, but I don't hear it when our talking one's done.
I don't hear it either when the
That-
talking is done.
That's weird. But I will see everybody at the end of the sprint.
Sounds good.
Happy reading.
Yep.
hello. Anybody who was watching or looked up during these sprints probably thought that I was insane because my facial expressions. I should probably give context. So I'm currently compiling a list of all of like my book plots, and I have to go through my old journals to find most of them. And I found one of the journals I had back in high school, and my high school best friend Mikey. Hi, Mikey, if you're watching this. I doubt you are, but on the off chance that you are.
It's like a tiny possibility.
I found our notes that we had passed back and forth, I think, my freshman year. And so I took pictures and I sent them to him on Instagram, and I'm like, dude, I just found these. And I mean, they're never leaving my possession because that is probably the single greatest thing I love about journaling. So if y'all don't journal, you should do that, because then you'll be looking through them for something, and then you'll find old notes that you wrote to people in high school. And it's funny because I ended up developing a crush on this guy. We never ended up dating, but I still caught feelings.
It's like, so that's what Morgan did that spring. How did everyone else do?
Yeah.
I got through a chapter and a half and made me a cup of hot tea.
Ooh. I ate ice cream, and this doesn't have any page count, so I don't know how far I got in, but maybe about halfway.
I used to write
A little under halfway.
Ew.
Not entirely sure.
Sorry, I'm not saying ew to you. I'm saying ew to the fact that I talk about my exes in my diaries, and they just like make me ew. It's just like ew, gross.
Yeah, understandable.
You want to go outside, too, Peanut? Girl, he did nothing to you. He just walked in the room.
Sometimes that's all dogs need, is somebody walking into the room.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just had to plug in my computer. My laptop was dying.
Understandable.
Oh, I forgot that happened. Flipping through my notebooks, I found a
Yeah, she's over here.
thing I wrote because somebody I went to elementary, middle, and my first 2 years of high school with passed away a couple years ago. So I just found me. I have a quote for each of my journals, and I just opened this one, and the quote is, "I am a stegosaurus."
Are you still a stegosaurus?
Obviously, I'm still a stegosaurus. Like, for example, the quote for my current journal is, I think it's from Children of Blood and Bone. It's nothing can protect us when those rules are rooted in hate. I have a running list of quotes on my phone from various media sources. And so
I'm wondering what the I'm a Stegosaurus.
I'm
Wow.
90% sure that's from the Asdif movies. I don't know if you ever saw them, but I feel like you should know what I'm talking about. You've been on the internet long enough.
What was they called?
The Asdif movies.
They don't sound familiar.
They're like hand-drawn, like cartoons almost. They're like supposed to be comical. There's like 15 of them now or something crazy like that.
In that Bethany ate dinner and have been watching NCIS.
I love NCIS. I'm on my like third rewatch of it.
I actually ended up stopped watching it because I stopped having Netflix, and it was free on Netflix. It's not free on what I have now, and I just never picked it back up.
Do you have Paramount Plus? Because it's on Paramount Plus.
Nope.
I am sorry.
Yeah. I'll get back to it eventually. But that's also why I haven't watched what's that show that the guy who plays DiNozzo's in now? I haven't watched that because I haven't watched the end of DiNozzo.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You just stop watching shows.
Yeah. I'm working on not doing that. Last night I restarted Supernatural. I watched the first 2 episodes.
But the way that last night I also started rewatching a different show, but kind of that. But I almost did do a restart by rewatching Supernatural.
To further my claim that I am a Stegosaurus, I have an entire journal entry dedicated to dinosaurs. I don't know if this is the movie. Oh no, it's the Jim Henson TV show from like the 80s or something like that. It's a weird show. Let's see. Baby Sinclair. Yeah, I don't know if anybody here has seen Dinosaurs, the Jim Henson show that's on Disney, that was on Disney.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Bethany is on season 10.
Ooh.
I honestly haven't watched any Supernatural. I think I've watched maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes, but then I just get where I'm like, and I stop watching it.
Understandable.
That's fair. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. I know that last night what I did is I put all the shows that I want to either rewatch or continue into like a spinny wheel. And was like, whatever the spinny wheel lands on, I'm gonna start. So I ended up starting my rewatch of Arrow, mainly because I'm wanting to like watch everything that is like related to that show and like that universe.
Yeah.
Because I kind of, once COVID hit, I like basically kind of stopped watching a bunch of TV shows and then never continued. Therefore, I'm behind on a bunch of things. So I'm like, just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Make it difficult for yourself. But also, I don't remember like what episodes I was on for some of the shows. So I'm just like,
may as well start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I would like to say
I'm currently watching House MD. Like I'm on the 2nd or 3rd season of that.
Who wants to guess what's behind this flap?
No idea.
Book quote.
No.
A dinosaur?
No, it's the word penis.
I was gonna say something and I was gonna say an inappropriate joke.
Yeah, I have no idea why that's in there.
How old were you when you were doing this journal?
20.
Okay.
So 2 years ago.
I know, because I was like, how long ago was this? Was this recent? Was this like...
Not recent in that sense, but recent in the sense of within the past decade. Why?
I know, but I was like, was that like 16-year-old you, or...
Why do I have this list in this journal? Oh my god, no. I just found a very NSFW list in my journal. I shall not be sharing that.
Oh, now I'm like...
Oh.
I'm not going to share it on live because that's going to get you like unable to be monetized in the future.
Oh, now afterwards. I definitely need to hear that list.
I will tell you, but I also got to see if Mac wants to join us too, because she was here for the craziness last night, and that's how we ended up on Pottermore, and I found out I was a Slytherin, and then my entire life became a lie.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I was a Hufflepuff. I thought I was a Hufflepuff for the longest time.
Now I am curious, because I'm like... Now I'm like...
Okay. Speaking of the word penis, I have an entire doodle page just with curse words and rainbow highlighter.
Okay.
That's a mood.
There was like
and a list of sexualities, also in highlighter.
you were just making a list of stuff. It seems.
Yeah.
I think this was during my driver's ed class because I have ADHD, so I have to be doing something with my hands. Otherwise, my brain does not retain information. And so, like for example, I have the one page that says "God will die one day, Dean." Rainbow highlighter bullshit. Can you tell I'm gay?
That's just what you had available to draw with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and street signs. I drew those.
Okay.
I mean, if you were doing that was during like your driver's ed stuff, kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was on topic.
So that was that. No story ideas in there. It's a hit or miss whether or not there will be a story idea in this. Let's see. This one was just before I turned 21.
Now this has turned to how crazy is Morgan?
Oh, you guys didn't even see my first journal that I was talking to Mac about last night. Oh my god. It was bad.
I trust that.
Let's see. Oh, the quote for this journal was, "You lie and kill in the service of liars and killers." I think that's also a Supernatural quote.
I do think I'll probably make this next sprint the last sprint.
Sounds good. I'm assuming you just want to start laughing at me, so.
More like probably once I finish this, which I'll probably finish in the next sprint, I'm not going to want to do much reading. Because that would be the third book I've finished today. So.
Well.
And also it is getting not late, but like I do have a to-do list of things that I still need to do. So.
But are you actually going to get the to-do list done? Because I know for a fact I'm not going to get mine done.
That is a whole different story. It's like, you have a to-do list. How much from the to-do list is actually going to get done?
Considering the fact that this is my current to-do list, and it just keeps growing.
Okay, mine is like... Five things long, I think. So.
Yeah. But I'm just doing this, flipping through. Which ex was I talking about? Because I made a list of all of the toxic traits of one of my exes, and it's 2.5 pages.
And yet you didn't write a name.
Actually, wait, I do know which ex I was talking about in this because I mentioned them at the beginning, but I don't want to put them on blast.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, because this guy knows where I live.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that I think he would actually do anything, but like, I don't want to be served with papers.
She said she does have Wi-Fi.
Well, the thing is, it's unlike you're listing the things.
I mean, I will list the things for you after, but the highlights that I can say on the stream, he was kind of racist.
One more time, coming back. Would you rather just do that, stay at Aunt Jenny's, and then when your dad's awake and has time, if he can remember to and has time, then he can come pick you up or come sit over there and visit with you, rather than you sitting over there waiting for your time?
Just completely.
If Gracie was bored, wanted to come over and sit with you or hang out.
I'll just mute.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, the cat's about to go off.
Well then, he would sleep all the time. He did not brush his teeth or clean his room. Mind you, this man was 24.
Sorry, I just muted you, Tori, when you were talking because I was like, I don't know if you.
Sorry, I forgot to mute it.
I know sometimes people forget, but I'm like, I don't know if you want this conversation on the internet or not, so just. Because, like, yeah.
Oh, and he would pick video games over me. So, you know.
That sounds like a lot of boys I know.
Yeah, this wasn't a boy, though. It was a 24-year-old man.
They're boys until they're in their, like, 50s.
Put it this way, they are boys until they don't put video games first.
Yep.
But this will be the last sprint. And I hope everybody gets some reading done. Or productivity.
Yep.
Happy reading.
Hello.
And that's the end of our final sprint.
Woohoo.
How did everyone do?
I found more quotes that make me embarrassed. More things that I said. Also, the guy I was passing notes with in the class, he has messaged me back about the notes. But we had been talking for a little bit beforehand. But it had been like a month and a half. So I sent him
Just randomly, just here.
So I sent him the pictures and I was like, dude, I just found our old notes. And he was like, what the fuck?
Probably honestly sitting there like, you still have those? Oh, crap.
They weren't anything bad. They were mostly just about trying to figure out Christmas presents for people because we were like, I don't know what people would want. And exes at the time. And that name that I don't like, Hope, keeps popping up.
Ah.
And so I'm having myself look at it and then look away to help kind of desensitize myself.
Hi, Ashley.
I read at least a chapter and a half, I think. I have 2 hours and 38 minutes left on my book.
Well, saddest day ever.
I said, hi, Ashley. I think my voice cracked in the middle of it. But, and somebody finished their book. That's great. I finished my book and like tracked it everywhere. And yeah.
I have a lot of stuff like stuck in my journals. Oh, I went to homecoming at my cousin's school day. And so it's very interesting. I've got old receipts from when I went book shopping. So yay.
Kind of like a scrapbook within your journals.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, have I shown you guys? I don't know if I've shown Hope this, but Hope, have I shown you this?
No.
Okay. I'll explain context later.
I meant Morgan wasn't my name.
Was what your name?
The name that you avoided.
No.
No.
No. It was not that. It is a name that I don't like.
It's a name that we do not discuss.
Oh,
Put it that way.
we don't discuss it.
It doesn't get discussed more than the way we are currently discussing it.
Okay, switching subjects before I have a panic attack on live, which I have done before.
Yeah, you don't need that.
My current plan is to graduate high school on time, which is super stressful. I'm laughing because I didn't graduate high school on time. I graduated a year later, which is completely fine, by the way. So if you are worried about stuff like that, following other people's timelines is bullshit anyways.
You are telling this to a person who will be graduating a year later and not even fully graduating? If that makes any sense.
I just mean like anybody who's watching, if you're stressing out about where you are in life.
Yeah, I know. And I'm kind of saying like, yeah, as somebody that's currently going through that.
Note that I am 21 years old, can't drive, single, I don't really have any IRL friends, and I failed my freshman year, actually my first semester of college. I completely failed. And I'm still okay. I'm still here, so.
I've never been, but lots of people tell me college is stressful.
Well, my first semester was very stressful because high school was a load of shit. I hated high school. Oh, I need to save this page because. Anyways, yeah, I had a really shitty high school experience. And if you knew me in high school and you're somehow watching this, go away. You are not wanted. Unless I talk to you on a regular basis. Also, I apologize. That's my social security number. Oh my gosh. I keep losing my train of thought. ADHD. And
I'm just trying to reply to a message, so I'm just like, whatever you're saying, keep going with it.
me complaining about people not wanting to be my friend.
Grief is following me like a plague this month. Ready for new beginnings in September.
That is the most important thing.
Yeah, fingers crossed. September, new beginnings.
Back when I still went to church. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We all know how I feel. Actually, we don't all know how I feel, but I'm not gonna. Oh, yeah. Okay. I stick weird things in my journals. What? Okay, here's a list. 17, 23, Braden, Thomas, Chloe, Aaron, Henry, Gummy Bear theme song, Africa, A Whole New World, and This Is Me. I have no context for what that list is for, but it's there. I'm just flipping through this at this point. Actually, I don't think it was that. It was Gummy Bears. It was like a Disney TV show.
I think I know what TV show you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I do.
Before your time. Even before my time, but I grew up with an older brother who was alive in the 90s. So. Whoa.
I have almost finished my 24-hour readathon.
Ooh.
I have a couple hours left, I think, like 2 or 3. So
Yeah.
I'll be done soon.
That's good. That song is stuck in my head now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna like fall asleep tonight just singing it and being annoyed.
For me, when that happens, it's not even the whole song. It's like one little section.
Yeah. Like just a specific portion. You're just like.
You want to see something that'll make you feel old? I have a Borders rewards thing. Card.
Is that pizza?
No, Borders, the bookstore.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it took me a minute. Like, I actually never went to one of those.
They don't exist anymore.
Nope.
They don't exist. And it's weird to me that they don't exist.
Time changes. We don't want it to, but it does.
True.
It changes us. It changes places.
But what song has been stuck in everyone's head lately? Mine is Cats in the Cradle.
Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, which is a bullshit movie. Do not watch that movie.
Mine is honestly like
a
bunch of TikTok audios, but the thing is, I can't name any of them. I'll just randomly start like singing a TikTok audio.
Yeah.
As my brain starts singing a TikTok audio. Like.
I don't know why, because I haven't seen the movie in maybe a year, but the last song from Camp Rock has been in my head for like 2 days.
Wait, from the second movie or the first movie?
The first one. This is this
No,
is
because the last song is the Camp Rock song. The
yeah,
song
no, the
before
one that
that
she
is the
sings on stage.
This is real. This is me.
Yeah, that
I'm
one's been coming for like 2 days, and I haven't seen the movie in
That's the
at least a year.
line.
Hello, Cool Gamer. Unfortunately, that was our last sprint, and I am just about to wrap up, but still, thank you for popping by and saying hey. But yeah, I do think I'm going to end these sprints here. Thank you to everybody who has joined in the comments, as well as the two wonderful people joining me all on screen afterwards. Both of them will be linked in the description. I just didn't have that prepared because I didn't know who was going to join me. So, yeah, but thank you everybody for joining, and bye.
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 And